Hello students, in the previous video we have seen how we will draw ogive and how we will find the median whenever the data is not given in the form of the class interval. Now we will try to understand whenever the data will be given in the form of class interval like this, then how we will find the median with the help of the ogive. And also today we will try to understand how we will find the quartiles with the help of that ogive. So for the same data I will try to find the median and the different quartiles. Before going ahead, it is very important to understand what is quartile. Whenever we are talking about quartiles means we have to divide a thing in 4 equal pieces. Like suppose there is a line here. We have to divide this line in 4 equal pieces. Then what we will do? First of all, we will divide it in the 2 equal pieces. Then for this piece, we will divide this piece in 2 equal pieces. And again this piece in 2 equal pieces. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces are present here. And where it will come, so this is the initial point, this is the last point. So this point will be called the lower quartile. And we will denote it with Q1. This point, it will be called upper quartile. And we will denote it with Q3. We are saving Q2 for this one, and this will be called middle quartile. And we will denote it with Q2. According to the data whatever we have taken here, this middle quartile and the median for this data will be same. So we will try to understand how we will find these 3 parts, that means lower quartile, upper quartile and the middle quartile, that means median, for this data with the help of ogive. So for doing that, whatever we had done in the previous video, we will find the cumulative frequency for this one, and then we will create the set whatever we will represent on the graph paper, and then whenever we will locate that points, then we will draw with the free hand, then that will be the ogive. So first of all we will find cumulative frequency for this CF. It will be 3, 7, 13 and it will be 22, 29 and then 30. Okay. Now we will try to match with this sigma F. It will be from this side. Now this time we will check 17 and 623 and 730. So everything is okay now. Now after understanding these things, we will find the CF, then how we will take the points here, then sets we will create here, that will be 10, 3. Next set will be 15 and 7. Third will be 20 and 13. Fourth will be 25 and 22. We know that upper range we will take here, upper limit, and 30 and 29 and 35 and 30. These are the sets whatever we have to represent on the graph. We will try to represent on the graph paper, then we will find the ogive. Before that, it is very important to understand that sometimes whenever you will see this data is even number or odd number, then how you will decide that and which type of formula you will implement there. So I am writing that whenever you have to find lower quartile, then for odd and even which formula you will implement, and for median and then upper quartile. So let's see. So when suppose let number of terms is equal to n, then if n is odd, then q1, first of all q1, then I will write in that way, then it will be easy for you to memorize this. First of all you will write n plus 1, whenever it will be 1/4 part, that means divided by 4th term. Whenever you have to find q2, then n plus 1 will remain, this is the half part, that means divided by 2 term. And whenever you have to find q3, then n plus 1 and then 3/4, 1/4 half and then 3/4, 3/4th term when n is odd. So when if n is even, then what we will do? At the time q1 will be n by 4th term. Similarly, n I am writing, then by 4, by 2, 3/4. Same type of technique we will implement here. Then q2 will be n by 12th term, and then q3 will be 3n by 4th term. So this is the formula by which we will find which term we will take for anyone. So here for this question, now I am coming on that. The number of term is 30. Total number of term is 30. So 30 is even. 30 is even. Then which formula we will implement? From here. 30, for the 30 we will implement here 30/4, 30/2, and then 3/4 multiplied by 30. Whatever we will get, according to that we will take the decision. Now we see what we will do. In this question here, number of terms is equal to 30, that is even. Therefore q1 will be 30/4. That means whenever we will do 30/4, then we will find in decimal, but there is no problem, we will take at it is, it will be 7.5 at the term. Then q2 30/2, that means 15th term, and whenever we will take q3, then it will be 3 multiplied by 30/4, that means 7.5 multiplied by 3, 30/4 it will be 7.5, and multiplied by 3, that means we will get it 22.5th term. Okay, so we have seen how we will find that q1, q2, q3 th term in. Then what will be the term, what will be the exact value, that we will find with the help of ogive. So for this data we will draw the ogive, and then we will see what we can do here. So since it is very difficult to draw a perfect ogive for finding the data, because we have to in the graph paper there will be small pieces. Here in this question, especially for this all the things whatever we are finding here, for that very minute observation is very important. So I am taking the snap of the figure drawn in the book, that's why I have taken the this data from the book. Then it will be easy for you to understand how you will take the points from the ogive. So I am trying to do that. Let's see. Now this is the graph. Whenever we will draw the ogive for this given data here, the graph will be look like this. We can see it is starting from 0.5 and ending to the 0.35, that is the upper limit. So this is 35. So the lower limit and upper limit we can see, and according to that data we have drawn the all the points whatever we have taken here, and the ogive is ready. Now we have to see the next another thing. What is, where is Q1, where is Q2, and where is Q3? So Q1 is 7.5th term. So where is 7.5? This is 7.5th term. So according to this 7.5th term, what will be the value we have to find? We can see and we can observe here. It is between 15 and 16. Minutely if we will observe here, then it is between 15 and 16. So that means it will be 15.5. So what will be the value of Q1? It will be 15.5. So after that, now we will try to find Q3. So Q3, that means it is 22.5th term. So where is 22.5? See this one is, and if we will see for 22.5, corresponding class at the place of the corresponding class interval, it is between 25 and 26. That means 25.5 will be the value of Q3. So then we can write Q3 is equal to 25.5. Now the next one is Q2, that is the 15th term I have shown here, and according to the 15th term we can see the corresponding value is 21. Minutely if you will observe, dotted line I have given here, and according to that we can see it is 21. So then we can tell that Q2 is 21, that will be the median or middle quartile here. So with the help of the ogive, we have found the value of Q1, Q2 and Q3 very easily. We will follow this rule and the technique to find these values whenever we will see this type of graph, and whenever we will see that the value is not even odd, we will implement the formula whatever I have told for the odd values, that we will follow, or according to that we will draw on the graph, and that will be the final value. So in this way we have seen that how we can find Q1, Q2 and Q3, and in this question we have found Q1 is equal to 15.5, Q2 is equal to 21 and Q3 was 25.5. After finding these values, this is the median also. So whenever we have to find the median of this type of data, then only Q2 we will find, that will be sufficient. Now if we have to find interquartile range, then what we will do? We will find Q3 minus Q1. Then Q3 is here 25.5 and then 15.5. So it will be 10. So this is the process by which we can find these values. Now one more thing we have to understand, that is mode. So we will try to understand what is the meaning of mode, and whenever the data will be given in the form of raw data, then how we will find, and whenever data will be given in the form of class interval, how we will find. So let's see. Raw data I am taking here, that is, suppose that is 4 5 7 4 7 7 4 7 5 7 4. So we will see which data is coming again and again, and that is maximum time it is coming. If we will observe, 7 is coming 1 2 3 4 5 times, 7 is coming 5 times, 4 is coming 1 2 3, 4 times, 4 is coming 4 times, 5 is coming 1, 2 times, 5 is coming 2 times. So that means 7 is coming 5 times, so 7 will be mode here. We will see the frequency. Which frequency will be maximum, according to that we will write the mode. So 7 will be mode here. Now if data will be given in the form of the table, tabulated data it will be given, like data will be given 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and frequency for this will be given as 3, 2, 5, 9 and 4. So now if we have to find the mode of this, we will see which frequency is maximum. 9 is maximum. So mode for this given data will be 9. Mode will be 9. So whenever it will be a raw data, that it will be very easy to find the mode. Now we will come on the next part when the data will be given in the form of class interval. So for understanding that, we will take the class interval, we will draw the histogram with the help of that data, and then we will find the mode with the help of that histogram. So let's see how we will do that. I have taken this class interval and frequency here. We will draw the histogram of this. So first of all, we know that we will see the maximum frequency. Maximum frequency is 11. So mode will be in this class interval. With exact value we will find with the help of the histogram, and how we will do that, so we will understand in this histogram. Let's see that how we will find. So according to the given class interval, this is the histogram. First of all, we will try to understand in this histogram for which class interval there is highest frequency. We can observe for class interval 50 to 60 frequency is 11. So we can understand that the mode will exist between 50 to 60. So now whatever the figure is drawn between 60, that we have to understand now. For this model class, point A, B, C and D all are represented here. Then we will join A with C and B with D here. Then we will see where it is intersecting. Here we can see here it is intersecting at K. So from that K we will draw the perpendicular to the x-axis, that is meeting on point L here. So that L point where it is meeting on the x-axis, that point is the mode. That will be the mode. So according to this graph, if we will observe, mode is 53. Minutely if we will observe this, then we are able to see that mode is 53 and model class is here 50 to 60. So this is the way by which we can find the mode whenever this type of class interval and frequency will be given. So we have seen that how easily we can find the mean, median, mode, quartiles with the help of the different concepts in statistics. Now you can try the different questions from the book for practicing that.